What's going on? Luke, I am your father. See, you sound like it remind me of Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back when you did that.
With my cloudiness.
With your cloudiness, with your fogginess, I couldn't.
Dude, you don't know. It was my sister's fog machine at her birthday today. So
They had a fog machine.
it was me.
Okay. For a sec, I thought you was being serious.
We are tagging in podcast.
The world's most unprofessional professional wrestling
So unprofessional. Obviously.
podcast. The only one that you need in your life. At least I think so.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it's the only one you need. The only one. You can get
Only one.
you can get your comedy, your action,
Action.
adventure,
Action Bronson.
action, adventure, mystery. 'Cause, tell me what we're gonna talk about next. Could be anything.
Exactly. And death.
Death.
Yeah,
You're
because
going
there was 2 of them this week.
That was today, actually.
Today?
It was today.
Oh.
It's a terrible day. We're filming this on Sunday.
And 2 people died.
2 people died today. I think it was yesterday, actually.
Oh, okay.
It was yesterday.
Well,
So it wasn't today.
the deaths are Brian Christopher and Nikolai Volokov. Are you glad I said that?
I'm glad you said that. Well, actually, I could have said it right.
Okay.
I was preparing myself to have to say it.
Nikolai Volokov?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
that. So,
we'll start with Brian Christopher, and in Lance's notes, the first thing he has to say is a dot. Nothing else.
so I didn't proofread this too well. So, first point, dot. That's it. Okay, anyway, on to the next one. Space dot. Space dot. So, basically, it's Jerry Lawler's son, Grandmaster 6A.
Oh.
6A. Remember Grandmaster 6A?
No, I don't. I really don't.
Oh, that was Attitude Era.
Yeah, I really don't.
He was like, I was a youngster. I was still in
Yeah.
diapers at the time. I was still shitting,
Well,
shitting in
apparently,
diapers.
the son of the famed wrestler Jerry Lawler tried to hang himself Saturday night, and they pulled the plug. He's not on life. He was on life support, and they pulled him off.
Yeah, he was in jail outside of Memphis. It's a dang shame. I wonder why he killed himself. Well, I mean, he's in prison.
He's in prison.
He's in jail, prison.
What did he go for?
It was a DUI.
That's it?
It was a DUI for Wellesley. He led cops on a chase.
Oh.
Yeah, so I kind of did it. And I'm like, DUI, DUI. Led cops on a chase.
Okay.
It's a different story in there. It's a different story, which sucks. It's
Yeah.
still terrible.
46-year-old.
And I think the last big thing he had, it was that little run in NXT that he had
Like which NXT? Like
NXT like 2014.
now NXT or like?
Yeah, it was NXT now. NXT was 2014.
Well, you know how NXT was like a
Yeah, it had a reality show
Yeah.
and when Daniel Bryan was like running around with like tires or kegs or something. It was really stupid.
Yeah, it was stupid.
I watched some of it not too long ago. I seen clips of it. And I was like,
Speaking of running around with tires, so I got mayonnaise in my hair today.
running around with tires, man. What is that?
I don't know. I just got mayonnaise
That's
in
a
my
transition.
hair today.
So you like cleaning the mayonnaise out of your hair?
No, I was sitting there eating a McChicken, and I got mayonnaise on my hand, and like I was like, oh, I was just talking. I went to fix my hair, and I went, ah.
So it was
It was like mayonnaise all in the front of my hair.
It was like on what's that movie? Something About Mary. When she has the jizz, she thinks it's jello, puts it in her hair, and sticks up. So basically, that's what happened to you. You put chicken
well, not
jizz
on purpose.
in your hair.
Bethany sat there and laughed at me. Wouldn't even help me clean it off. She's like cleaning
that's a
her
damn
hands
shame.
off, like
Guess what,
with the only napkin we had in the car.
Guess what? You got mayonnaise in your hair. Mayonnaise. You got
So
mayonnaise in your hair, and
I was so mad.
Would you end up cleaning your hair out with?
With the napkin.
With the used napkin.
Yeah, the used napkin. Okay, we'll
Penny chip
continue.
used. The sad part is we're really talking about bad, terrible stuff, and we're just here talking about getting mayonnaise in your hair.
Yeah.
World's most unprofessional professional wrestling podcast. By the way, you need to like, subscribe, share, social media on the bottom. Anyway.
Yeah, the
That's
description
nice.
below.
That was a nice plug.
So, shameless plug.
Very shameless plug.
But to continue with that, we really don't know much about Brian Christopher besides he was in jail, and
we don't know. They haven't made an official
statement.
Yeah, that's just what's going on in the interwebs. So it's terrible.
We'll go to Nikolai Volokov.
He was old. He was 70 years old. So I mean, they didn't release how he died.
Yeah.
They just said passed away at 70 years old. So I'm assuming natural causes. Probably like in a sleep or something like that.
Hopefully
something like that. It's like I said, he was a little before our time.
A little bit.
A lot of bit
when
action.
him and Iron Sheik was,
tag teaming it up was
Yeah.
just the 80s. So we weren't even thought of probably.
No.
No. So yep, that sucks. 2 deaths. But hey, there's more positive news. We got some positive news because we're a positive podcast.
We'll go to some positive
We got
news.
some positive news. Something I'm excited about. Actually, I'm really.
Well, since you're so excited about it, we'll let you.
We got
talk about
Matt Riddle, the King of Bros, coming to the WWE.
Is he gonna wear shoes?
I don't know. I hope he doesn't.
It's so gross.
But it is gross, but it's badass because he
So
can kick
gross.
your ass with not even wearing shoes.
Well, most UFC guys, all UFC guys, can kick
Exactly.
my ass without wearing shoes.
I mean,
But it's just like gross because everybody else is wearing shoes.
they're wearing boots, and actually, they're not. Most of them's not wearing boots. Most of them wearing tennis shoes,
Yeah.
and they got like the
Kick pads. on
kick
them.
pads on them. But still, I don't think it's gross. It's natural.
You
It's
can go ahead and read this one.
Natural. So basically, the rumor going around, it's pretty much confirmed by now that he's going to WWE. But so Monday, if I'm not mistaken, it was announced that he pulled off a couple shows August 18th and 19th. If you don't know what those days are, that's SummerSlam.
Yeah, 18th is the day before my birthday, and the 19th is my birthday.
So he did it for your birthday.
He did it for my birthday.
He did it for your birthday. He's going
Matt
to see
Riddle
you
is flying me out.
to SummerSlam.
Yep.
To SummerSlam for your birthday.
Mhm.
How does that make you feel?
I don't know. He doesn't know me, so I'm
He
pretty
knows.
confused.
He's got to know. He asked for the days off on purpose. He canceled his show dates
True.
for your birthday.
I know.
That makes you feel special. I feel special just thinking about
Exactly.
it. But anyway, yes, he pulled off 2 shows. It was over the top rope wrestling, 18th and 19th. When that first happened, it was like, so the coincidence, SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Oh, that's something else. Well, the next day it was announced that he canceled his PWG shows, the Battle of Los Angeles shows, in September, and is no longer taking independent show requests after that. No longer.
No longer.
No longer. So you know what that means.
Juice Robinson will be filling in for the appearances he's missing. Is that what that means?
They did it on purpose. They seen the work Juice was doing. They was like, hey, he's doing great stuff in New Japan. You know what? Let's throw Matt Riddle off the card. Get Juice Robinson. He's available. Why not? Let's do it.
I like Juice Robinson, so.
I do like Juice Robinson. Which we get to talk about Juice Robinson later,
I know.
actually. So it's exciting stuff, right? So basically, I'm gonna try to sum up what the Dave Meltzer, the Wrestling Observer,
Himself.
talked about. The rumor I heard was that New Japan and WWE had interest in Riddle. Dave Meltzer said New Japan, I'm gonna guess, as far as their interest in him, would probably only be for the US market, so it's very limited dates. I can't imagine that Riddle would take New Japan, unfortunately. Oh, I just messed up my notes. It's a matter of how Japan is. I can check on that, whatever. He says probably WWE bound in its time. He continued, I don't want to say he was languishing, but unless he was going to do Ring of Honor, which he wasn't going to do, or New Japan, he might as well be a WWE. It's his time to be a star. Superstar.
WWE superstar.
Which I agree. I agree heavily. So it's noted there's been speculation that maybe WWE bound. He pulled out his weekend's bookings during SummerSlam and Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, like I just talked about. And also, is apparently he's come to terms with a 3-year contract.
Really?
So as Dave Meltzer says. Apparently.
Going straight to NXT, though, right?
Yes, NXT, of course. I don't think he'd go to main roster straight ahead. That should be cool.
It would be cool, but it ain't gonna happen.
He's probably...
He'll get buried if they do that.
No, so he will be more than likely going to NXT. Supposedly 3-year contract is signed, so that is awesome. And also further, I guess, stoking the fire on the rumor that he's going to WWE, Combat Zone Wrestling actually confirmed that Riddle is signed through an advertisement. It says on it's their New Jersey show, it says that the advertisement stated that don't miss one of Matt Riddle's final indie appearances before going to WWE. And it actually says that. I looked at the advertisement, it says at the very bottom. So, the King of Bros, the Bro Slayers coming to WWE NXT. Which I think is really cool.
I like Matt Riddle.
I do like Matt Riddle. He's ridiculous in the ring. He's crazy.
Well, I mean,
ridiculous.
He was 8-3 with the MMA record.
And he's actually
He's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu brown belt.
He's legit. He's the real deal. He can kick my ass.
Yeah.
With
all of them can kick our ass, Lance.
He can. What makes matters worse, he could probably kick my ass with one arm and one leg
while beating me up at the same time.
blindfolded. With actually, he could probably do it with no hands and arms. He could just do it with his head and his chest. He can just. I don't know how that's gonna happen. Somehow. But I was thinking, I was speculating. I was like, well, NXT is pretty jam packed as it is now, right? So Matt Riddle going to NXT, Keith Lee's going to NXT. What's gonna happen? Who's getting called
That's
up?
the thing about call-ups, though. They're gonna call up so many people, and they're gonna get buried like they have been before. Look at all the ones up there right now that got called up that aren't Finn Balor, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, Big E,
Kevin Owens, Elias, surprisingly.
Yeah, but he's like, they knew that he was gonna be good.
Yeah, who? Shinsuke Nakamura, kind of.
Yeah.
Bobby Roode. Ooh, we didn't want to talk about that.
What happened?
Bobby Roode.
Has he done anything?
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
And he went face. So they was like, okay, Bobby, how deep you want to get buried?
Exactly.
We got Todd Dillinger. We got
You want Todd Dillinger buried, or do you want
we got No Way Jose.
Yeah.
How deep do you want to go down? I'd say he's not as bad as them too, though.
No. Well, then it goes into another signing to WWE, maybe.
Potential NXT.
Yeah.
Juice Robinson. Apparently WWE's heavily interested in Juice, because of his promos he's been doing lately, and his match has been really good.
Yeah.
All that good stuff. You want to talk about Juice?
Well, I mean, might as well, since as it goes into the NXT over population.
It would go into that technically.
WWE's overpopulation.
They're not overpopulated.
Yes, they are.
They
With
are
talent,
overpopulated.
their talent is
Well, I would say NXT's using it the
correctly.
right way.
That's because Triple H is in charge of it.
And Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
I guess Shawn Michaels is in charge.
Vince
of
is still in charge of Raw and SmackDown, so
I would say he's more in charge of Raw more than anything.
Well, yeah, but still, he's still in charge of the main roster.
Technically.
And the main roster shows are not as good as NXT shows.
Not
and
at all.
they film NXT shows in one day.
Yes. They do 2 months in one day?
Yeah.
And then
Just think about that. They do all their tapings in one day, and it's still better than a weekly show.
I was just going to try to make an excuse, but I really don't have any. I would say they have longer to write their script and figure out ideas. Because technically they have a whole month to plan everything out.
That's right.
And they can't really change anything.
That's
because
true, but you also have to think you should have weeks and weeks or months and months of scripts written up for your SmackDown and Raw shows.
For your big money show.
Predetermined. It's not
it's a good point. It's not a reality show.
Yeah. Somebody goes off script or something messes up, somebody gets injured, you can rewrite your script.
Or accidentally win a title, which is
I'm just saying, if an accident happens, you can rewrite it.
You can fix it.
Yeah,
you can literally fix it in one segment.
Yeah, but they don't do that because they're scared, because if they do that, Vince is like, don't like it. Do something else. And you're like, I literally spent my whole entire life writing this one thing.
I think we talked about that before, how writers literally have come up with whole storylines.
Yeah, and Vince is like,
Roman
goes over.
And one day they have completely scrapped everything.
Exactly.
Makes a good point. It is predetermined, so I don't see why they couldn't.
Exactly.
Even if it's a weekly show, have it planned out since last month what's going to happen for SummerSlam.
Yeah, they do. But it'll change on a dime. They probably have 4 or 5 alternatives.
They have a plan. Roman's going over.
Exactly.
Or Brock's going over. There's a plan. They're going to roll with the punches. All right, Roman's going over. We got to figure out everything else around that. Let's go. And they're just sitting there going.
Yeah, exactly. It's what it is. Okay.
It is what it is.
We can continue with the current New Japan champion signing WWE ?
Juice Robinson. Apparently. Potentially they're eyeing him.
Potentially.
Like I said. But continue, please.
Well, okay, so this wouldn't be the first time Juice Robinson's worked with WWE. In 2011, Robinson signed a development deal with the WWE and worked in Florida Championship Wrestling. Working under the name CJ Parker, he wrestled in NXT from 2012 to 2015 before requesting his release from the company in 2015. So it's only been 3 years he's been gone.
Yeah, so I mean...
Is he going to come back as CJ Parker, or is he going back Juice Robinson?
If I was him, I'd come back to Juice Robinson. Because his gimmick was terrible.
I don't know what it was.
He was like a hippie.
It kind of really looks like it, though, still.
He does look like a hippie. His hair probably smells terrible, by the look of it. So he probably would be a good hippie in all actuality. But
Aggressive hippie,
but come back as Juice.
Kind of do it like they did. Remember when No Way Jose got aggressive? Like, he was, partying, and then if you, pissed him off, he got mad.
Beat the shit out of you?
Yeah, they can do that with him.
No Way Jose, then.
You know what I'm saying? They can do that with him. He's just like a loving guy, but if you, piss him off...
If you make him mad,
he's
coming at you.
Kind of thing. That'd be smart.
But what is his gimmick now? What is Juice?
I don't know.
What is his gimmick?
I don't watch it enough to know.
I don't know either. I have no idea what he's He's a guy, I guess.
He's Juice Robinson.
He's Juice Robinson.
He's
I guess
goofy.
he doesn't need one. I guess he's
I
just
don't
a
know.
silly. He's a silly boy, is what he is. He's a silly boy. Anything you want to add?
Not really. I'm trying to go over the notes to see if there's any.
Not really. It's just
I don't see anything.
just
really.
potentially because of basically off his matches and his promos lately. They're really
Yeah.
like, hey, we want to sign him because he's actually really good.
Yeah.
But apparently, I just read this literally after I finished the notes. He dropped a promo on New Japan did saying he ain't going back to WWE.
So that means he's going back.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't go back if I was him.
I would.
He's a made man.
In New Japan?
Yeah, he's a made man. He's actually winning matches. He has a title.
I don't know the money. I don't know the money situation in New Japan. Like, you know what I'm saying?
They pay decent.
I'm not saying they don't pay bad. I'm just saying, like, WWE, you know, you're in America.
He's
you know,
honestly probably making more money right now.
I mean, he probably will be.
He probably is because apparently he's really big in Japan.
Yeah.
He's really big. The Japanese people love him, so he's probably staying.
Probably. I don't know. We're going to go talk about the overpopulation. A WWE star heading back to New Japan? Question mark.
Probably not.
I hope so.
Me
But I don't
too.
think so either.
No, not at all. Not at all. So, basically, Shinsuke's contract runs up in January.
Right.
Runs up in January. And my mom's calling me right now, so we're going to not answer that. But his contract runs up in January, and there's just a lot of speculation because it's running. It's kind of shitty.
Yeah.
Lackluster at best.
Yeah.
And apparently people are speculating that Shinsuke's not very happy either what's going on.
But I know that he said before that he's doing it to get away from the bumps. Like, it's not
It's
as
safer.
aggressive. Yeah.
It's a lot safer, and apparently it's easier on him. Which,
So, according to Dave Meltzer, he said it wouldn't completely shock me. I know that they don't want him back,
They
said
do want
Meltzer.
him back.
Oh, sorry. They do want him back. I was like, why don't they want him back? They do want him back, said Meltzer. And they, on the edition of Wrestling Observer Radio this week, Gallows and Anderson, if they want to go back there, they can go back there. They're kind of treading water in WWE. Who knows how that's going to go, he added. I don't anticipate anyone going back. You just don't know how people feel and what people want out of life.
I'm gonna stop right there. What does he mean they're treading water? I just realized.
They're treading water. What it is, like Shinsuke and Gallows and Anderson, they're great wrestlers.
Great. Some of the
Great.
best.
Gallows and Anderson, great promos, great wrestling.
They
They aren't doing a damn thing.
You're right.
They're
Nothing.
losing and eating pins.
They're not doing anything.
They could put them with Finn, turn Finn heel. Put them with AJ, put AJ heel. You could have a great faction right there.
Not gonna happen.
You could literally
It'd be great.
You
It'd
could
be
even
fantastic.
put Finn, AJ, Carl, Gallows, and Anderson together, and you could potentially have one of the biggest when I say biggest, like little factions.
Not like they're not humongous,
Yeah.
but they're like a stable.
Yeah, a stable. Like you
A
could have
stable.
basically the clique all over again with those four people.
That'd be great. It'd probably be the biggest thing in modern day
It
professional
would.
wrestling.
That would be amazing.
Because they're easily some of the most over people nowadays.
And don't put them as heels. Put them as tweeners. Like they'll cheat if they have to win, but they don't have to cheat to win, kind of thing.
like they're just.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know how to describe it. Like they're. You can tell they're having a ton of fun, and they're just going out there and just
doing whatever they want.
doing what they want to do. There you go. Just going out there and doing whatever they want to do.
They could go out there, and you could have basically have Gallows and Anderson do the talking because they have the best promos out of them. I think.
They're all great.
When you give them a script, AJ's acting and his promos aren't that good.
But when AJ's actually doing promos,
you get. I know. I mean, they're gonna have. I'm talking about when they're having their big old discussion. Like use Gallows and Anderson as a mouthpiece.
Okay.
And
I could see that.
That would fit every single person in a role perfect.
Okay, I do see what you're getting at. Okay. What I would like to see if we're gonna do
And the thing is, they don't have to always come out together.
No, but what would be really cool is if they actually work as a stable, or work as a faction. They help each other in their matches. They come out mid-match, help each other, do something.
Yeah, and they don't even have to wrestle in the match. They come out and just
they're just
an opposing force.
but just be a bunch of, I don't know, a group of misfits. I don't know how to explain it. It's pretty much explains itself, to be completely honest with you. When you're as a pro wrestling fan, you imagine Finn, AJ, the club, all in a faction. You're
and
just
you
like,
literally,
I don't have to explain anything.
and you could call them the club.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
I'm fine with calling them the club.
that's fine. Like
I'm
nobody's
perfectly
gonna,
fine with that. Honestly, I really like them as heels or face. I would like.
That's what I'm saying.
Finn,
Tweeners.
I like Finn to go back to him as Prince Devitt.
Yeah.
Like the real rock and roller, badass.
Yeah.
That would be really cool.
Like that would work perfect. But so
we don't live in a perfect world, sadly.
Yeah.
We don't live in a perfect world, but that'd be great. So also on note of that, people are also talking about AJ. His contract runs up in January. They said, "Oh, who's he going to resign?" Well, he's going to resign. He's been the champion twice for how many days? He's easily the most over guy on the roster. Of course, he's going to resign. He's getting paid a lot of money.
It seems unlikely due to the easier work rate for Shinsuke, and his family lives in Florida. But since his main roster has been lackluster, it's possible we could see him return to New Japan in January when his contract runs out.
It's possible. Like, I could see. There's part of me says it's possible. His run's been kind of He is. I mean, he seems like he's having fun since he went heel.
Yeah.
So I think like when he's babyface, he didn't seem like he was enjoying it that much. But since he's went heel, he seems like he's enjoying it a lot more. It's possible he could resign if they continue with what they're doing.
It like I said, it's easier schedule, and he's not getting beat up as bad. So I don't see why he wouldn't resign. And it says his family's in Florida, which he makes enough money that it doesn't really matter where your family lives. You can uproot and go.
Yeah.
But
I don't. Maybe he doesn't want to like leave. Maybe his family's gotten used to being there and finally grown.
Well, I mean, it is the retirement home of America.
Exactly. Exactly. So who knows what's going to happen?
Who knows?
If he was to stay, fine. If he was to leave, fine.
Yeah.
Either way, I'm fine.
We will watch his matches no matter where he's at.
I like Shinsuke no matter what, especially if he continues on this heel run. I'm perfectly fine with it. So, on to the next subject. We have an Evolution.
In the women's division.
An Evolution has been official. There's an all-women's pay-per-view, October 28th, Nassau Coliseum. I didn't write in this down, so I'm doing this off memory. Long Island?
So, I had a guy at work. He come up to me. He goes, what are they talking about doing an all-women's pay-per-view for? I was like, well, it's basically paying them back for not being able to wrestle at the Greatest Royal Rumble,
which is easily one of the biggest shows ever WWE history.
Like it's I'm not saying that's all it is, but for somebody who doesn't watch wrestling and they don't get the storylines of it, that's the easiest way to explain it. Like being like, yeah, they're doing it to pay them back because they're in Saudi Arabia. Women aren't liked in Saudi Arabia.
No, they're not. They're just now able to drive.
Yeah, like.
So it was definitely. I'm sure it hurt a lot of them not be able to wrestle in one of the biggest events, especially the first time in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
So I guess that was a way to pay him back. Also on top of how great the women are.
Well, some of them, like I'm not gonna lie,
75.
the Charlotte Sasha Banks match when Sasha beat Charlotte the first time.
The Raw.
That Raw. I don't remember which one it was.
Like 2 years ago.
It brought a tear to my eye.
It was a great match. It was probably one of the.
And it was the best promo Sasha Banks has ever given after a match.
It was genuine.
Exactly.
It was from the heart.
And she wasn't trying to sound ghetto and black.
No, she sounded
like herself. And it was
I
great.
agree. I do agree with that.
I literally a little tear welled up right here.
He's like, oh, this is why I like, I'm not crying, you're crying.
Exactly. Like, it was great.
It was great. That was the, what's going to add to that? I say it's, like, there's been a few moments where I've had chills watching matches, but that one I was like, wow, this is something special. This is insane. It was ridiculous. I loved it.
That could be one of the greatest matches in women history, and it was on Raw.
It was one of the greatest matches in Raw and women history. I'll say it that way. It was definitely one of the top 5 for sure.
So on a recent Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer speculated that WWE will take the titles off current champions Carmella and Alexa Bliss before the just announced all-women's pay-per-view in October because their matches have been not good. They're not good.
No, not at all.
And that's tough because if you end Evolution with these two, there's going to be a struggle.
Yeah, so I know what you guys are probably thinking. Whoa, did you talk? So last one we talked about, in a nutshell, the pay-per-view, pretty much. Last podcast. So this one we'll talk about a bunch of speculation, rumors, etc. about the show.
For SummerSlam?
No, for this one.
Oh, the show.
Yeah, because we talked about
Oh,
Evolution in a nutshell last podcast.
last show.
So we're just going to go ahead and talk about rumors, speculation of this show because we all know it's going to be great. We all know it's going to be fun. So let's get to the deep stuff.
Let's get in the meat and taters.
The meat and taters. So I agree with what he's saying so much.
Oh yeah.
Take the titles. I mean,
I love Alexa Bliss and Carmella. They're both great, but not wrestling. They're pretty girls with titles. That's
exactly.
basically
They're
what
Barbie
they're good
dolls
for.
with titles, and
Yeah.
you don't want to have your all women's wrestling show that's
With-
about wrestling.
And have two pretty women who really can't wrestle.
Can't
that
wrestle.
well. Yeah.
Which
You want to put it on someone like Bailey, Sasha, Charlotte, Asuka,
Ember Moon's
Ember
fine.
Moon's fine. Yeah.
I mean,
Well, I
Ronda-
don't want to give it to Ronda now, but you could put it
she's
on
probably
Ronda.
picking it up at SummerSlam. Probably.
You could put it on Ronda. Even Nia Jax. Nia Jax isn't that great of a wrestler, but it tells a good story
Yeah.
if they do it with someone correctly.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I'm fine with all
I'm
that.
fine. WWE is also promoting an NXT UK Women's Title match for Evolution. PW Insider reports Jenny, Toni Storm, Charlie Morgan, Rhea Ripley, Dakota Kai, Tegan Knox will be at the brand's first taping this weekend.
So, I guess we'll have the UK title. Maybe it might be
Women UK title.
It might be the first. It might crown the champion because the tapings just happened. They didn't have. If I'm not mistaken. I don't know. They had 2 days taped. I want
It's
to see the
probably
first day.
it's probably like a determination of who's going to be in the champion match kind of thing.
I'm pretty sure they want to have all the titles defended. If I'm not mistaken.
No, I'm saying for the women's title, the UK women's.
Oh, it's about the. Yeah, I was reading that all the titles, all the women's, and the NXT, both brands, all that's going to be on there. So it might be to determine a number one contender, or maybe a winner, or it might be a title defense.
I don't think it'll be a title defense. I think it'll be an open title that whoever wins it wins the title that night.
So it's a championship match, kind of.
Yeah,
basically.
that's what I'm saying. It's an open title that they can.
Okay, kind of like a tournament thing.
Yeah,
or,
but like I'm saying, the tournament happens already.
Oh, okay. So basically, throughout the next few months, they have a tournament to crown, whether it be contenders or something like that.
Yeah, it can be like a triple threat or a fatal four-way, or it could be a
And it's kind of like at SummerSlam when they had the Universal title up for grabs. Okay, I get what you're saying. That'd be cool.
So
How about that? Hopefully Toni Storm picks it up.
Probably.
I hope so. She's great.
So Stephanie McMahon has fueled speculation that she could be wrestling at the WWE Revolution in a recent interview with Sky Sports. Why? I know she's a lady. She's got the boobies. She's got the boobies. But what is she gonna do?
She might be a woman. Maybe.
There's no point in her wrestling. There's not.
She wants to dip her toes in it. She's gotta get involved too.
I'm just gonna go on from that. Ticket Drew says there will be more legends announced for the WWE Evolution, including one or more Hall of Flamers. Hall of Famers. And the Bella Twins.
Oh, that was so funny.
It's gonna be Hall of Flamers. Just set the entire Hall of Fame on fire.
It could either be that or it could be other things that we won't go into. Probably Leader or someone, Trish or someone will be there. Kelly.
Oh Jesus!
Remember Kelly?
She was so hot back in the day, but you know
she can't wrestle.
No,
Not at all.
But
of course the Bella Twins will be there.
Yeah.
Which I mean,
that's fine.
That's fine with me. I have no problem with that. They are a part of the evolution. In itself. So
there continues to be talks of Nikki Cross being called up to the main roster soon. I thought she was already called up.
No, she's only been working. What was I talking about? She's only working the house shows, the SmackDown Live house shows, and she's still working NXT shows too.
Because like I saw on Instagram.
Yeah, it was like one of the house shows, wasn't it?
I don't know what it was. I just saw Instagram
like
you know.
Yeah. I know
Nikki
what you're talking
and
about.
Becky doing stuff together. I don't know.
Yeah, it was at a house show. She's still in the house show. She's technically not debuted yet. Who knows when she's debuting? Maybe for the show. I don't know. I hope not. That's a long time away.
I know.
That's a long time away.
The Observer notes that talents were strongly pushed to put over WWE announcements of All Women's Evolution pay-per-view.
Yeah, because every 5 minutes on Raw they were talking about it. Like nothing against that. You can just every 5 seconds they were like, "Hey, this is happening."
They also say that's what led to the cancellation of the previous date for a pay-per-view in late October.
Which we talked about. Rest in peace, TLC.
And it's why WWE moved the schedule around.
Rest in peace.
I'm excited
RTC.
about it to see.
It will be fun. Oh, you're kicking over the mic.
Kicking the mic. It'll be excited to see what happens. I mean, it depends on who has the titles. If I have high
I
hopes
hope
for it.
they go all out for the matches. They say, all right, women, this is your first pay-per-view.
This is you
Go all out.
do
for
you
it.
boo boo
Do
do you?
you think Triple H stayed in the back?
Yeah.
Triple H is going just in everybody's face. Do you boo boo? Do you boo boo?
Just like
And I got 2 words for you. Do you?
suck it. Wait, no, you're girls.
Have a good match.
It's not very PC of me, bro. Sorry.
Jesus.
So this is gonna be a short podcast compared to our other ones.
How much do we got so far? It doesn't even say.
Yeah, it does.
Where? Oh, there's
Yeah.
this is 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, we do have decent amount of squash news to talk about.
Yeah, this has been a short week.
Nothing much has happened at all.
Yeah.
Thank God for Matt Riddle and the women's evolution, because we wouldn't have no Shinsuke. We had nothing to talk about. We would sit there
So-
talking about
Started playing Pokemon Go again.
Star Trek this week. I don't know. We've started something.
So
Let's start playing Pokemon Go. I have a problem.
we're going on to squash news. Hardy Watch 2018.
Hardy Watch 2018 is back on.
Jeff Hardy is injured, but expected to fill his dates throughout at least SummerSlam. Why?
Why don't this guy rest?
Right? Yes.
Let
Be
him.
like,
Please, he's getting too old. Like this is no joking matter.
yeah.
Like, on all seriousness though, he really he's getting up there in age. Okay,
Yeah.
This stuff is not like, when you're younger, you can take an injury.
Yeah, and you can get healed in like 6 weeks. But now you're old, it's going to be like,
You take
it's
one
only
bump
12.
and you're like, I'm out for 2 weeks. No,
Yeah.
not necessarily, but I mean, it's gonna take a lot longer to heal.
It is, exactly. They need to let him rest.
And they're running this dude into the ground. He had shoulder injuries, pinched nerves, back injuries.
Like,
He wasn't.
pinched nerves ain't nothing to play with.
No, they ain't nothing to play
They
with.
suck.
Nothing to play with. And if you're at the point where you're not even doing your own finisher,
Yeah.
like we talked about this, he couldn't do the Swanton bomb at the house shows, or he chose not to, which
Yeah.
probably he couldn't because it hurt him too bad.
It probably did.
When you get to that point, you just need to
Quit it.
take your coat off.
Just
I'll see you guys Royal Rumble time.
yeah, just take a break for 6 months.
Maybe longer.
Yeah.
I mean, it sucks too because he's like a tank. I mean, he's been, back in the day, he was taking bumps like crazy, and I don't know where I was going with that, but
I understand though.
but he's I don't know, he's falling apart. I guess I don't know.
So
Sucks.
on to Jericho Heat.
Jericho, he's
I
on
get
the
to
list of
s-
McMahon.
I get to see Chris Jericho's band. But I don't know if I'm gonna go. I mean, I'm gonna go, but I don't know if I'm gonna stay long.
I don't know if you'll be able to. Who's even playing that show?
Adelaide's Way.
Yeah.
I don't know who else. I only know one Adelaide Way song.
I'm trying to. Which song is that one?
I don't remember, but I know one because
I
it
know
came
it.
on the radio all the time.
It's up there. It's up there. I don't know what it
But-
is, but it's up there.
Yeah, I'm gonna hopefully get.
You
I
see
got
Fozzy?
VIP tickets to see Fozzy.
Explain everybody the VIP ticket.
All it means is I get to get closer to the stage, and get nice prices on beer that I'm not gonna drink. So
And that you're not going to drink it all. And I mean, it'd be cool if you got to meet Jericho.
yeah, it would be nice.
It
It's
would be
not
cool.
gonna happen. I don't
You
think.
can make the list.
I would love to make the list.
Or you can code break. I don't know. We put you in the walls.
I know.
Put you in the walls.
Let him put me on the walls.
I'll be fine with that.
So Dave Meltzer mentioned on Twitter that Vince McMahon, in quotations, clearly wasn't happy with Chris Jericho working in the match against Tetsuya Naito.
I don't know
Why?
why
I don't know.
exactly. Apparently, he was cool with it. Maybe he just
He changes his mind like the fucking wind. So
he's like the win. 1 minute he said, "Oh yeah, it's cool," and next minute, no. Like you said before, his nut rolled over to the wrong side. Nope.
Yep.
Jericho. Nope. Not happy with you at all.
yeah.
Why was that, Vince? My nut rolled over the other side. I decided I didn't like it. I didn't want you to be a new. I don't know. Maybe it's because that match was pretty. I don't know if it's because it was pretty brutal. Maybe it put WWE in a bad light.
It really did because WWE doesn't let them go all out, which I understand
Or-
because it's a profit margin. But
I didn't mean it that way, but that too makes him look bad.
It does because Jericho can wrestle really well, and he doesn't mind getting aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
But with WWE, their problem is, we spend so much money on these guys, let's not get them hurt. That makes sense. But then you're babying your product, and it's not going to be as good as it should be.
Nope, it's just a show for kids, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Gymnastic show for kids.
Sad.
It's pretty much what's coming to me.
On to gymnastics for kids.
Gym.
Almost push,
Yes.
which is great. Andre Cien Almas is phenomenal.
He's one of the best.
See what I did there? Phenomenal.
Oh,
Because he's in line for a big push on SmackDown after impressing officials during his July 17th match against the phenomenal
AJ Styles. Oh, I see. Oh, you made up, honey. You made up, honey. You dog. You.
I know, right?
You were just clever. Like, man, I don't know what to even say. But I hope. I mean, I'm perfectly fine with it being.
I don't even want to read the next one.
The.
And it's not the actual thing that. Okay.
The Rock. The people's champ.
Could be returning. That's not what I have a problem with.
I'll say I love The Rock. I have no.
My problem with is there are rumors going around that a possible Brock versus Lesnar versus Roman Reigns, or Roman Reigns versus Brock. Versus Brock, The Rock.
So you got Brock versus The Rock.
Or Roman versus The Rock. No. No. No.
No. No. No. No. No. No.
Because it's just stupid.
This is big money matches. It's
No, but I do not want to see Roman Reigns and The Rock. I don't want to see Brock and The Rock.
But if you think about Rock versus Roman, they're family. Family dynasty, that whole shenanigans they can play in the story.
I'm not worried about it. I don't care.
They can make a good story out of it.
But they're not.
So if they were,
Roman's gonna come out. It's my yard. But I'm the people's champ, and it's gonna go back and forth.
He's gonna come out, which actually would be pretty cool. He comes out, says, "My yard." They hear, "Can you smell what The Rock is cooking?" I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. Just thinking about it, it's getting me a little excited.
That's just because you want to hear his intro and like But the thing is, Roman.
Yeah, nostalgia, a little bit of nostalgia.
But guess who's gonna go over?
Of course, Roman.
Exactly.
Listen, after you beat The Rock, you're a maid. I mean, you already beat The Undertaker.
I want to see someone like AJ or Finn or Seth or Samoa Joe or somebody that's
Samoa Joe.
Yeah. Or you know what I'm saying? Braun. Somebody that needs it. Like,
Constable Corbin?
No, shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. You gotta do it. I'm not even gonna do it.
You're not gonna do the thing.
That's not even worth it. Because he's just gonna come out with his like TGI Friday vest on.
Manager looking vest. Yeah.
You're the people's champ. Well, I'm a waiter at Denny's.
I'm a waiter at Denny's. I'm the people's champ.
Yeah. No. I don't want that. Like, Roman, no.
It could be such a good story if you think about it.
I know. I'm thinking about it. And I would rather him wrestle somebody else.
I'd rather him wrestle Roman than Brock.
I don't disagree with that. I guess if it's like the lesser of two evils, but...
Exactly. There's a lesser of two evils. I have to be positive because we're a positive podcast.
No, we're not.
Yeah, we did kind of sound negative for the last little bit.
I'm going to be negative all the time. That's my job, is to be as negative as possible.
So I'm going to be the optimistic and the pessimist. Okay.
Yep. I'm a pessimist.
So we're like yin yang. We work.
Yeah. That's why we work so good.
So, which also brings us to that. If The Rock might not be able to even do the match.
I know, but
because of movies, they don't want him to get hurt. Because WrestleMania 29, The Rock got hurt with that match against Cena. Postponed Hercules. Apparently cost them a lot of money.
It did.
So, if he's got movies come up, who knows if he's going to be able to do it. But apparently, The Rock wants to wrestle Rock also. But apparently, The Rock wants to do it. Vince wants it. Big money match.
Yeah.
And it's New York.
Yeah.
It's a possibility. Who knows?
So, we'll go on to something I actually want to see. There's going to be more takeovers.
Positive. Positivity.
There's more takeovers.
Maybe. By the end of 2019, WWE may expand the number of NXT takeover events to 8 per year.
That would be nice because we got now 4 or 6.
Okay, you got Rumble.
It's all the baby
Mania.
4.
SummerSlam. No, 5. Count Money in the Bank because apparently they count Money in the Bank now as a big one, which is understandable.
Okay. It makes sense.
Makes sense. And they want to do it to 8, which is only adding 3 more. So.
But it's 3 more times to see great wrestling produced by Triple H and Shawn Michaels.
Which I'm fine. I love NXT. We love NXT.
Yeah.
We want to see this. And which hopefully what they do, maybe you'll, I was trying to think of the way to word this, maybe it'll progress story faster. NXT, or not necessarily progress story more. I feel like it will fill in the blanks.
You can have more matches that are meaningful.
I guess, yeah.
Instead of doing them on the TV
on TV
where
taping,
people really sometimes don't get to see.
We don't get to see them. I hardly ever get to watch them.
Yeah,
You hardly ever get to watch them.
I don't have time in the week to barely watch like Raw and SmackDown.
Exactly.
And I force myself to watch them just for the podcast reason. And sometimes I don't even watch them.
Did you watch them this week?
No, I couldn't this week. I worked late all week.
Oh well. I mean, SmackDown was good.
I mean, I listen to podcasts just to
Raw and SmackDown were good. So I mean, it's maybe squeezed in a little bit, but yes. So hopefully we can get more takeovers, more great matches, more meaningful matches, more. Like I said, I mean they do really good at their story on TV tapings.
Yeah.
But we can see more of it because we don't get to watch the TVs as more. So we get to see more of that nice story progressing. So we'll
move on to where I'm going to get negative again. SummerSlam. My birthday.
Your birthdays.
So you guys send me birthday wishes in the comments below on SummerSlam weekend.
SummerSlam. I guess we'll upload a podcast. So what we need to do is upload a special episode like SummerSlam. We're going to start. It's my birthday.
And it's going to be, I'm going to wear a hat.
There'll be those little, what are those little things? What are those things?
I don't know what they're called.
I don't know either. But we can do like a special predictions episode or something where we can go in depth and talk about it, just so we can have another episode in there and get more views or something like that. Yeah.
So the expectation right now is that Roman is going to win the Universal title from Brock at SummerSlam, but there is apparent concern, however, the match will be received in Brooklyn, considering the recent reaction of the crowd.
So, yes, Roman versus Brock is half.
If this, I'm going to call Vince and be like, Vince, listen, it's my birthday. Okay, Matt Riddle brought me, and he's going to come in here and kick your teeth in if Braun Strowman
he will kick his teeth. I don't think Matt Riddle gives a shit.
I know. Braun Strowman's going to come in, use his Money in the Bank, and beat both of them.
I wish that would happen. I have an idea. I'm sprouting out ideas here. Like I said, my Aleister Black went over quite well.
Yep.
So, Roman versus Brock goes on. I had this all figured out. I just went blank. So, Roman versus Brock goes on first. No? See, I'm failing at this.
You want him to go on first?
Going first.
The first match of the night?
First match of the night. Ballsy, I know.
It's not going to happen. You got to hear at the end of the night.
I'm all ballsy.
Yeah.
Actually, this can go two ways.
They could do like that one pay-per-view. The main event starts the show. Oh my goodness. No, it's not. That's not the main event.
It's not the main event. That's the first match.
Yeah, like if you call it the main event and it's the first match, you're an idiot.
There's two ways this go. Either, so one of the matches is Braun versus Kevin Owens for the contract.
Right.
Okay. So, it didn't say clean win. Yeah. So Kevin could beat Braun for the contract, like disqualification, count out, whatever the case might be. Kevin gets the contract. Kevin cashes in later. That's option number one. Or Braun cashing. There's three options. So, option number 3, what I was thinking is Brock versus Roman goes on first. You're thinking, damn, contracts later. No cashing in tonight. Ooh, contraire.
You can still cash it in.
You still cashed in. Shocker. Kevin gets the contract, cashes in. But wait. Guess who helps him? Adam Cole, baby. The Undisputed Era.
Why would that happen?
Because they're friends in ROH.
The
ROH
That
click.
Is so far away from being a possibility. At least my Braun Strowman thing made sense.
It makes sense.
You're having Brock and Roman first. That's the one.
It's probably not gonna happen.
That's the one flaw in that story. And then you have Kevin Owens winning, which if he does it cheatingly, makes sense.
The Undisputed Era helps him.
But the Undisputed Era, that makes that. Wow.
They were friends in ROH.
That doesn't mean anything.
They were friends at ROH.
ROH
faction.
is a whole different story. Because they don't.
So that's why Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, and Roderick Strong's in a faction?
Exactly. Because Vince McMahon doesn't know they were together.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. He's like, those guys look like they could be friends.
They look good
They
together.
have good chemistry.
They have chemistry. Wow. Golly.
It's like the first time they've ever wrestled in their life. They know what they're
Who are
doing.
these guys? Wow. This Roderick Strong, man, this is his first time in a ring. He's actually been around. Triple H is like, Dad, he's been around for like 20 years. He calls him Dad. He calls him Dad. He's been around for like 20 years doing this whole shabam. But I mean, it makes sense. Yeah. It could happen. That's a way to bring Undisputed up to the main roster after SummerSlam.
It's not gonna happen.
So what if it does happen?
I'll give you $100,000.
Holy shit! Hold on, I'm gonna call Connecticut right now. Listen, I got 100,000 on this bet.
100,000 on the line.
On the line for SummerSlam. Please, for the love of God, do this. They can go back to NXT. Just win this one chance. Please, for the love of God, throw me a bone. Throw me a bone. It could happen.
It could happen. It's not going to though.
Yeah, Roman versus Brock going on first doesn't seem likely, but if you have a huge call up and cash in at the end of the show, it's unexpected.
It's not gonna happen.
And Kevin Owens with a Universal title again.
Not gonna happen.
It could happen.
Okay, we're rambling.
We are rambling, but you know what? It's okay
because we are
the world's
most unprofessional
professional wrestling podcast.
Tagging in podcast.
And down there below, we got social medias. Please go in there, like, subscribe, share, comment, notify bell. Give it a 2 sweet.
Yeah.
We love you guys.
Peace out.